Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my lover.
I find like smaller content creators, they're like, I like to get their input because when you try to talk to bigger content creators, I find they don't usually find the time for the younger content creators often. Sometimes they get their 15 minutes of fame or something like that, but when you ever ask the big content creator, they always give you the almost feels like the same answer. It's like, oh, I've been doing it for so long, I've been grinding, but like I want to know like maybe from someone who's already in the midst of it, what kind of mindset they're going through. So I just have like a couple of questions for you, and since like I found you and your content is very entertaining and you always seem to be just having fun gaming, I was just like, she's passionate about what she does, so like I decided to just like reach out to you and everything like that. So so if you want to just introduce me to who you are, like I mean, you don't have to say your personal information, but like who you are, and just give me some kind of information on what kind of person you are.
So I hear echoes in mine. Testing.
I hope it's not
Okay.
mine.
Do I still hear it? Let me see. No. Okay.
Okay.
Well, my Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much the same. Username is I am Velvet. I
Yes.
go by Velvet.
Which is very interesting, by the way. I like that. When I first I was trying to pronounce it, and I was like, what? And then you explained it, I was like, that's very unique. That's very unique. I liked it. Okay, continue.
You know, so many people, I get so many different, pronunciations because it's not, directly spelled out as
Yeah.
it is. It's just VLVT.
Yeah.
So I get all kinds of, names. Some people just call me V, just random stuff. But I started streaming in September of last year.
Yes.
So how that got started, I got a Switch, Nintendo Switch, at the end of 2019.
Okay.
And I would play games on there, yada yada yada. Have fun with that. And I actually didn't even know about Twitch when I first got it.
You didn't know about Twitch?
I did not know about Twitch at all.
That's interesting.
So, I'm sorry?
I just said that's interesting. Like most in this
I
day
didn't
and
know
age.
about it at all. So one of my friends told me about it, and then I went, checked out Twitch or whatever, and started following some accounts there, but I had no idea what it was. I got first told about it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I wouldn't mind, doing that, playing video games and stuff like that, and, being able to interact with people. So, like I was saying, in September, I started streaming then. So, yeah.
Okay, well, that's a very good start, actually. Like the fact that you didn't know about it is what really intrigues me, because in this day and age, almost everybody knows about Twitch, and it seems like everybody wants to do it now. So the fact that like just 2 years ago, like you didn't know about it, and then you've come so far already, I was like, wow, I'm impressed. I'm like, impressed so far. And you said you've been doing it since September of last year or 2019.
Yeah. September of last year, 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I first came to your channel, I saw you were playing God of War, and it seems like you just got Ratchet and Clank as well too. So is it pretty much like just story mode games you like to play, or what other games you like to play?
So that's another thing too. So I've never had a PlayStation before. So when I got my PS5, it was my first PlayStation that I actually owned. And so a lot of the games that I played were from the PS Plus collection. So it's like a list of really good games that a lot of people have played, in the past. They got like good reviews and good ratings and stuff. But all of those games are completely free. So that was like, I mean, if you have PS Plus, it's free,
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of games for free. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just started, playing games from there, and God of War is like a game that everybody talks about. So I checked that one out and played it. But my most recent game that I streamed was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah, I heard that was a really good game too. I'm actually surprised you started on God of War, because nowadays it's not that popular, but it's a really good game. Like I recommend it to anyone who's like, I need a good story mode game to play. God of War is amazing.
Yeah.
The next one I would recommend is Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't beaten that yet.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, it's when it comes to just like story mode and like getting yourself into the game, that's a good game. And considering it's based off a true story and they really did like the details and all that kind of stuff to really make the game, get you immersed into the game,
Yeah.
I give it a high recommendation. Like that, I think God of War won Game of the Year. Ghost of Tsushima should have won Game of the Year, and those are two games. I'm a multiplayer kind of person. I'm very competitive, but those two games have had me hooked for a long time, just based on the story and how good it is and how you need to play it some different kinds of ways all the time. So if you ever want to try Ghost of Tsushima out, I recommend that.
Got you.
What's your favorite game that you've played so far? Like I would say, give me one game from your past that you used to play and one game now that you're just like, I love playing so much.
Okay, so my favorite game from the past was on Nintendo 64. And
Oh.
It was 007.
64 all the way to
GoldenEye.
007. Wow.
Yes, like that was my game. Like I had the gold gun and everything. Like that was my game. So yeah, that would be my favorite game of the past. Favorite game of the present. I really struggle to answer that one because I really can't like pinpoint one. But I really liked, and this may be random, but I really liked Detroit because it was like a choice-based game.
Yeah, I noticed
I
you
could
really
kinda,
like that game. Yeah.
maneuver the game how I wanted to, so I really liked that aspect of the game. So I really like Detroit, but like I like platformers like Crash, Ratchet and Clank. But of course, God of War, top games that I played too. But
Did you
I don't know if I could just pinpoint one.
Did you ever play Spyro? Or Spyro?
I didn't.
You didn't play that one. No, I didn't play that one much
played it, but
either.
I haven't played it.
I didn't play that much one either, but I knew it was a very popular game back in the day. And since you went all the way back to like the 64 days, I was like, she must have played a lot of games growing up. So she's deep in this video game culture. So I was impressed. I didn't see that coming all the way back to 64. I thought you were gonna say like PS2, PS1, but 64. That's the classic. You've been in the game for a while.
Yeah.
You've been in the game
First
for a while.
console, yep.
So, you said you followed a few people on Twitch. Is there any like streamers or content creators that inspire you to just become a content creator yourself?
So really, and again, a lot of this stuff was new for me. One of the content creators that I got introduced to last year, his name is Chase, but on YouTube he goes by X Chase Money or X Chase Money 2.
I know that guy. I followed him for a long
so-
time, since like 2013. Yeah, I followed him for a long time.
Yeah, like his content is so good. Like he's very entertaining. Like the games that he plays, they're just it's just not one specific type. He plays like different kinds of games and stuff. So he's a part of this group called the Sales Squad, right?
Yeah.
So it's him and a couple other guys. Chase doesn't stream on Twitch, but some of the other members in the group do. So I follow them on Twitch, and their content is just so good. It's just like you just can sit there and watch it, and you're just immersed in it. So one of them is Raunchy, or Trey.
Raunchy, I think I've heard of him
and,
too.
iPod, King Carter.
Yeah, I've been following him for a while too.
Yeah, they got a couple others out there. Flip the Shooter. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the struggles you face. I know there's been a lot of positive things coming into the streaming community, but what are some of the things you've been struggling with while streaming?
So things that I've struggled with, I don't know about to call this a struggle, but it was definitely something. I guess you could call it a struggle. Something I just had to work through was like the initial streaming setup and
Okay.
getting my own stuff, my own gear. You look at the other streamers and see what they have, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like, well, I'm starting like from complete scratch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like when I don't have a PC, so I just stream from my laptop. So
Oh, you stream
that's
from
all
okay.
I had.
Wait,
From my laptop.
you're just streaming from your laptop? Like, so every time like I've come by your stream, you've just been streaming through your laptop.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, then that's even more impressive because I thought it was like it looks good quality, like so professional so far, and so I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I
So.
stream from my little MacBook. Yeah. So just figuring all that stuff out, and figuring out, doing research and seeing like what gear I had to get, like cam links, and you had to get these streaming applications and
Yes.
OBS
Set
and all
it
this
up.
stuff and try to figure it out and put it together, and it's not working, and you got to go back to square one.
Yeah, follow.
Like that was something I had to go through, but also being on Twitch, they have the affiliate and the partner program. So it was definitely a struggle to hit affiliate, even though I really feel like I got it in a reasonably short amount of time. I mean, I just started streaming in September, and I got affiliate in April or May, one of them. I can't
April,
remember.
May.
But
So that's kind of recent then. That's actually still pretty good. That's pretty good.
yeah. So just doing that, and having people come to the stream, and having them stay there, and just meeting those affiliate requirements, that was a struggle. I really had to like reach out and engage with people like, hey, I'm trying to get affiliate, can you check out my stream and watch?
Yeah.
And then some people just came from, I guess, the Discover page or search by the game I was playing. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a struggle, I guess, to hit affiliate.
Oh, okay. So, what ways do you try and promote yourself the most? Because I know you're always on Twitter. Like once your stream ends, you tweet out the vlog or the help me with it.
The links up.
Yeah. You share the links and like the
like clips and stuff.
Yeah,
or...
I notice you're always sharing that stuff on Twitter. Do you try to promote yourself in any other way, or do you have, like you said, you have Instagram and things like that? Do you have a TikTok? Because
I don't have a TikTok, but one of my friends who's a streamer, she's like, you gotta get TikTok. She was like, so many people came to my streaming because of TikTok. So I'm thinking about getting me a TikTok. I do have Instagram, but I never post on there for real. Like I don't really have, I guess, I don't really think to take pictures to post or whatever for Instagram to like promote them. So I don't really post on Instagram. I do post on Twitter, like you said. Actually, my engagement on Twitter could be better. I could use more like hashtags and stuff like that. My tweets are kind of really generic, so I could get the word out more by those engagement tools. But also from like watching people's streams on Twitch, like I don't go into their channels and be like, hey, I stream, can you follow me or anything like that?
yeah, most of them don't like that anyway.
Like, genuinely talk to them.
Yeah,
and they're like, hey, do you stream? And I'll tell them if they ask, but it's just from general conversation that it comes up and stuff. So that also helps.
Yeah, but I find that's another thing too. And as a smaller content creator, if you're not getting the opportunities like a lot of other people are, I find it can be very hard to get your name out there. So and I see a lot of people doing what they can, going into other content streamers chats and say, hey, I'm a streamer, come check me out and things like that. And I don't knock it, but like some streamers absolutely hate it.
They're like, do not promo on my channel.
And like for me personally, I think that's like, I don't mind it, because if you want to promote yourself, that's fine, and I understand it's a business, because at the end of the day, you can promote yourself all you want, but if the content you're providing or the entertainment you're providing is not what the person wants to watch, they're just gonna leave anyway. So let's say if I was, let's say, Tim the Tatman, a lot of people know Tim the Tatman. If someone comes into Tim the Tatman stream, promotes, and then 2,000 people go to his stream and they find out he's like some very toxic, arrogant person that they just
Right.
don't like. I don't know if the person's really like that. Whatever the reason may be that they don't want to watch the person, they'll just go back to Tim. So the same thing with me and you. If somebody promotes them in our stream, right, and they go watch them for a minute, and they realize, oh well, they're not really playing a game I like, or they're not really as interactive as I thought they might be, and then they'll just come right back to us because they'll like our content and the games that we're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
And I never found a real issue with it, but again, I'm not Tim the Tapman. I'm not a big content creator. I'm not a big streamer or anything like that. So it can be a different perspective for them. So, but as we're at the level I'm at right now, I'm just like, I don't really see it that bad.
Right, same
So,
I'll be like, hey, promote your stuff, go for
Mhm.
even like the shout out commands, like you know, somebody comes into my chat sometimes and I know they stream, like I'll just shout them out in chat so we can like share out their Twitch link and you know people can go follow them from there. Like I agree, I don't have a problem with like people being like, hey, I also stream, you know, check me out. One thing that you made me think about when I first started, one of the guys that I randomly found on Twitter that he streamed on Twitch, he mentioned, I was like, hey, how did you get to affiliate? And he told me like a few ways he did, but he also told me like these, I guess, how do you call it? I guess Twitter accounts for streamers or something like that, and then they'll share your stream. Like if you go live, like they'll share it to their community and stuff like that. So that also helps when I first started streaming.
Okay, so that pretty much leads into my final question. And what advice do you have for other people coming in? Because there's a lot of people that come into streaming because they want to do it, but they don't understand the maybe ins and outs of stuff you may have learned or are going through. Some people just say all you have to do is just stream, and for me especially, it's a little bit more complicated than just streaming. So what advice do you have for other people that may be trying to start streaming or get known in the Twitch community?
I'd say first off, if they, you know somebody personally that streams, definitely lean on them and, you know, get some, you know, real life advice from that person. I'd also say, you know, I know a lot of people say this, but do your research, like just Google stuff, like that helped me a lot, like, you know, articles about you know, streaming. And one of the things that, you know, a couple of people mentioned to me, and also was mentioning those articles, like when you're streaming, make sure you engage the chat, make sure you're like, you know, having that, you know, conversation. That part is engaging. It's not fun to just at least for me, just somebody just plays the game and you try to talk to them and they don't respond, you know. But advice, I say you may have a goal to be X type of streamer, but you know, just keep in mind that it's a process and it takes time to get there. You don't have to like first day go to Best Buy and buy like, you know, everything you know you see everybody else having. You know, you know, do what you can and start small. Like you can just directly stream from your PlayStation or Xbox. You don't even have to have like an actual, you know, PC to stream from, or you know, a laptop in my case to stream from, because they have that Twitch integration on the console. You can still see your chat. You can still, you know, talk to the chat and stuff like that. So, you know, just start small. And that's another point. Like, start from there. Like, maybe you stream from your console, you find out you actually don't like streaming, and you know, compared to somebody who went out and bought all this stuff and then find out they don't like it, now you're in the whole X amount of dollars that you spent on all that stuff, right?
Yep.
So figure out if it's something that you actually really want to do, and figure out the reason behind you streaming, you know. If you genuinely enjoy playing video games, and it doesn't even have to be video games, if you enjoy, you know, doing art stuff on Twitter or on Twitch or whatever it is.
I actually think that's kind of key, is to for these content creators and Twitch streamers, just to stream and record things that you are generally entertained to. Like if the biggest game is Fortnite, I understand 4,000 people want to go watch people play that game, but if you don't like playing that game, there's no point in playing it. So I think that's a huge key for up and coming content creators. Yeah.
And people can sense that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people can, you know, gauge your energy, your, you know, interest in something. So to your point, definitely play the games you want to play the games that you're interested in. Not just because this is the hottest new game that came out and, you know, people be watching it, blah, 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 blah. Do something that you actually like. I actually liked Ratchet and Clank, so I was actually
excited
in playing it day one, you know, so that was actually something I was looking forward to. But, you know, definitely go where your interests are. And I feel like if you do that, then, you know, you'll have a good experience there.
Yeah. Those are some very, very wise words from a content creator such as yourself, and I'm sure the people that view this on the social media platforms I will be posting it on, one of them being TikTok, I'm sure they'll take your advice and probably do the same thing.
Awesome. Thank you.
I honestly appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about this and doing this interview a lot. Actually, the first person I reached out to do it, because like I said, I have been on Twitch for a very long time, watching people play and everything like that, and it's maybe it's just a community I always find myself in, that's the competitive side, but to generally find someone who just likes playing story mode games and have as much fun as you do and interact as much as you do, I was like, she's something special and she could very go somewhere in the community. So I hope you one day reach the goals you do want to reach, and thank you again for like taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you so much for having me. I super appreciate it. And thanks for the questions. You know, it gave me an opportunity to think back, like, wow, like this journey, wow, September to now, like what?
And you
so
and you still have ways to go too, so.
Yes.
I will be constantly coming to your stream, saying hi and supporting you, and you know, hopefully we can link up on some other stuff later. Maybe we'll even play games together. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really nice talking to you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Thanks.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.